That's right, folks. You're not mistaken. We are live again, yet again. If you're new to us, make sure you like the channel, subscribe, give some thumbs up, leave some comments, all that good stuff. 'Cause I know a lot of you guys are going to catch us on the replay, which we appreciate. Got to get my footrest squared away so I have a nice place to put my feet. Man, it's a beautiful evening here. Beautiful evening. We're not going to get too excited until everybody gets in here. Ooh, we tell you what. Hello, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Oops. There we go.
Hey guys, Billy Turner here. Party
Remember to come forward and let us know who's all here. Remember, we can solve any problem in the world. I have answers to everything. You may not like the answers, but I have them. I do indeed. I got something to drink. Non-alcoholic, but something to drink yet still. I do gotta, I don't know, maybe I'll do it in the morning. I'm supposed to water all of my wife's vegetables tonight and all the plants out here. So maybe I'll do that after dark. I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe I can do it in the morning. So thank you for the thumbs up, everybody, for being here. Don't forget to do that. That way I know how much you love me. How much you love me. Yum, yum, yum. I think it's starting to get old. We're drinking C2. This is lychee and jasmine tea. It's a little perfumey. But man, it's a beautiful night out here. Beautiful night. It has to be just beautiful. Rock says hello. Good to see you, Rock. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got 250 people watching us. So some of you guys need to give us some thumbs up and come forward. If you're here to look at the pretty women, they will be here shortly. All the hot, sexy women that everybody dreams about will be here in a little bit. So we appreciate you being here. How are things in your world? It's a beautiful night here. It must be in the low 80s with a nice breeze and just beautiful, beautiful evening here. Very excited. We got a lot going on in our neck of the woods. We got a big party coming up, man. And hanging out with all of you guys, trying to get some YouTubing in, because you know our goal is to make YouTube great again. And the only way we can make YouTube great again is by all of you guys joining us. It's meme. I'm waiting for the nice girls. Nice girls. We don't have any any nice girls. We the women we have are just what you want, meme. They are perfect. I don't. So a lot of dancing girls will be here later. So, but yes, been a busy day. You know, we got that big party coming up over the weekend, and since we were gone over the weekend, we got to get things done and get the house ready and get some food prepping in. We had to go to the store today. So good for Rock. Nice, nice. Waiting for the perfect one. Well, I'm going to tell you like I tell a bunch of people. If you're waiting for the perfect one, there is no perfect one, so you're going to be waiting a long time. And I mean a very, 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 very long time. I was talking to Pat last night, you know, and I told Pat, said, look, if you're ready to be married and you run across one that makes you happy, 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 don't worry about trying to find a better one. Go ahead and take that one. If you find one that really wants to be with you, well, that's 90% of it. You never want to hang out with a chick that doesn't want to be with you, that are always looking for something better. So that's the key. If you didn't know, I got sunburned over the weekend. I don't know how it happened, everybody, but my lips got sunburned, but nothing else. My head didn't get sunburned, my arms, just my freaking lips. Please do that. If you have a channel, you're welcome to drop your link. You know, subscribe to each other, subscribe to my channel if you're new to us. So, yeah, I don't know how I did it, but my lips got burnt, sunburnt. They got sunburnt. They hurt like a mother. I mean, in a couple of days, of skin. This weekend for the party, I'm gonna probably look like crap because I'm gonna probably have skin peeling off, looking like I'm a lizard boy. Hey, it's Sean Williams. How are you, Sean? How are you? Rock says hello to everybody. Everybody said hello to Rock. Everybody said hello to me. It's you. Happiness comes from within. It does. I agree. Happiness comes from within. Period. You got to learn to be happy with the simple things. Tim, how's everything going in the Philippines? I want to have a debate about which is better. I really do. So, over the next little while, I'm going to try to take a poll. I'm going to collect some data. I'm going to collect some information because I want to know which is better, Red Ribbon or Goldilocks. We're going to do over the next few weeks. We're going to be doing a survey, a poll. We're going to come to a conclusion which is better, Goldilocks or Red Ribbon. So we're looking for votes and comments. Remember, everybody, memes and being a good guy, saying hello to everybody. Where is my little Sea Serene? Well, I don't know. Sea Serene. I don't know what that is. Is that just your place of happiness? I should have lowered my shield. I thought we were going to be dealing with a lot of clouds today. Damn, I know, man. Look, I'm all bright and sunny. You guys like our sign? Has anybody not seen our videos on our new metal sign? According to what I just watched, vlogging is dead in the Philippines. I know, I saw that too. I saw that too. Is that okay? Who cares, you know? Has it ever been alive? Or is that just clickbait, Tim? Reborn Troll is in the house. Hello, hello to you. We haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How are you? Oh, Lorelai, my little girl. My wife, she is slaving away at her job trying to make money, 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 money because we're poor, poor, poor. So she's out working while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So Reborn Troll is in the house. Everybody said hello to him. Everybody said hello to Rock. If you haven't done it, you're good. Thank you, thank you. Good, thanks, nice. All right. We're doing pretty good. I'm bitching and whining because I have sunburned lips. But other than that, you know, normal health. I was pissing kidney stones over the weekend. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. That's not a very pleasant experience if you've never done that. But health-wise, you know, it's normal for me, so we're good. Waiting for a pacemaker change. That should be coming anytime soon. So we're doing good. Oh yes, meme. I got to throw that poor old guy thing out there because reality is a booger, buddy. You know, you can't shy away from reality. Please donate for the beach house, everybody. That's right. Thank you, Beam, for mentioning that. I am still in the process of trying to collect $5 million so that we can buy a beach house or a house on the water. So if anybody would like to contribute to that, we have PayPal account. Just feel free to put it right in there. And make sure it's from friends and family, not a business, because I get charged. That's the way the law is written. Oh, you're talking about blogging? I know I didn't watch it all, Tim. I know they were talking about a couple of years ago, weren't they talking about how they wanted to tax the bloggers in the Philippines? That they should have to pay tax to the Philippine government. Is that kind of what's going on with that, Tim? I didn't watch the videos that came out the last couple of days. I saw them pop up on my feed, but I haven't watched them. And so therefore, if you got to pay the government, or now they're doing maybe an invasion of privacy crap and stuff. So I vote for techno music, the only religion. Rock says, I like it. Well, good. I appreciate that, buddy. I do. I need all the likes and thumbs up and support we can get. We're trying to grow our channel. You know, we try to entertain you guys, educate you guys, and we try to give you some food for thoughts. So, yeah, see, I haven't kept it up. I'll have to go back and read up on it and see what's going on. I just haven't watched the hoopla. I figure I'd give it a few days and let it die. And since we're currently not in the Philippines, it doesn't really matter. So the tax is just a small part of it. So are you going to be affected, Tim? I mean, does it affect you? Does it affect people like MJ or, you know, if I'm as somebody who doesn't live there, if I come there on vacation and I want to blog about my trip to the Philippines, does it affect me? Because, you know, I can't see a reason anybody would want to hinder tourism and promotion of tourism in your country. You know what I mean? My skin looks like my grandma, because I was in the pool all day. Well, aren't you just lucky? I was working all day. Man, I was slaving away. We had to go to Wally World and pick up a few things for the party this weekend. And then I came home, was cleaning house, working on that. Been working on that off and on all day. So, so you're looking a little pruny. You know, we used to own a pool and we loved it, but when my health started going downhill, we sold that house because it was too much upkeep. Now, in hindsight, we should have probably kept it because we really liked the house, but it was such of a big place and a lot to upkeep. And now I kind of miss it. But back when I was really sick, it was just getting out of hand. I could be affected. I do use stock videos footage for some. Okay. So is it kind of like a copyright thing that they're talking about? Meme likes that. I love you. Well, I love you too, man. Appreciate that. There's Pat. Pat's in the house. Pat, good evening, everybody. Pat, I was thinking of you today, buddy, and I need you, and you may have already done it, Pat, if you're listening. I need you on Facebook Messenger to send me your home address. Lorelai and I are going to send you something. I don't know if I'll get it in the mail this week because we're really busy with the party. But I need your home address where you get your mail or packages because Lorelai and I are going to send you something. But send it to Messenger on Facebook. Don't do it here. So everybody's at low to Pat. So about the only thing you can do is live stream because that's like, I mean, are they saying that, Tim? Because I really haven't followed it. I mean, I'm just uneducated. Are they saying that they don't want people going around the Philippines making videos of the Philippines now and putting it on YouTube? So let me, because I know on live streams it's kind of hard to talk back and forth. So, so the question I have, Tim, has they somehow come out and say they don't want people blogging in the Philippines anymore, or you got to have a special license, or what? Yeah, there's been some YouTube videos come out. I got them. They came across my feed, but I didn't look at them yet. Talking about vlogging may be dead. There's some rules and regulations about privacy and stuff in the Philippines now. But like I said, I haven't had time to catch up with it. So I haven't had time to know anything about it. They don't want you to video anymore. Wow. That's crazy. Do you think, Tim, here's a question for you. Is this motivated by financial means, meaning the government they're not getting a big enough cut? So they want to kind of say, hey, since we don't get a big cut of this money, then we don't want you guys to do it, kind of thing? David, when we meet at WhatsApp. WhatsApp. What the hell's WhatsApp? I don't have that. I don't have WhatsApp. I'll have to get with. Is that what we tried before, meme? Is that what you and I tried that didn't work for some reason? I'll have to get Lorelai to figure that out because, you know, I don't. I guess I'm not good at some of the things I don't know. Well, obviously, I'm not good at things I don't know. So, obviously, what is kind of crazy, it's not surprising, Pat, to be honest. Here, I need to adjust my sunscreen so you guys watch this way for a second. Or here, or you guys want to stare here. Just stare at my sign for a second, or my yard. But hang on, I gotta do this. All right. It is kind of crazy shit. I need to step inside the house real quick too. So hang on.
I'm going to give you a pull. That way it gives you something to work for.
No, I'm coming back out, Lily. All right. Sorry about that. Needed to just make some adjustments tonight. Uh, okay, it's memes. So we'll have to figure that out. All you young people that have all this smart stuff that doesn't have Facebook makes it hard for us old people. All right. Pat says, I didn't know they were not letting people do the channels in the Philippines. It's not about the taxation. It's rules apply to even non-monetized channels. Wow. Hey, Tim, let me ask you this. Because I know it's going to catch a lot of buzz on the internet, on YouTube, and all of us bloggers are going to talk about it. Is there a website or one YouTuber that is covering it really well that you would recommend that we go watch? And maybe if I can figure out, maybe I can blog so maybe I'll blog about the Philippines from my house in America. 40 is the new young. Well, 40 is young. But I don't know why you would not want. Now, I understand this. Because what's going on and I'm going to try to equate what's happening in the Philippines, even though I'm not very smart about what's going on with the Philippine subject. I have been following the same issues when it's related to cruising, going on cruise ships. So right now, 10 years ago, there was about 3 cruise YouTube channels, right? About 10 years ago. Now there's, I don't know, 100, 150. And what has happened, and cruising has gotten upset. They are no longer embracing bloggers on cruise ships. They're putting rules into place about privacy on a cruise ship because it's a business, about not invading the other cruisers' space, stuff like that. But a lot of it comes from because a lot of these bloggers are talking shit about the cruise lines. I saw one today talking crap about MSC. And so they're getting out there and they're on the cruise ship and they're bad mouthing the cruise ship that they're on. And obviously that's not a good thing. So I wonder, way back in the day when Ned and Bud Brown and everybody else was doing YouTube, there was like a handful, 10 to 15 YouTube channels out of the Philippines. They weren't bashing the Philippines. Now I do see a lot of channels out there bashing the Philippines or bashing the women. So I wonder, Tim, if that's become part of it. Or is the Philippines starting going, look, we don't like the negativity that's coming from some of these bloggers about the Philippines? I don't know, but I wonder if that's it. Because I know the cruising world, because we hope to go on a cruise in the next 9 months. I know the cruising world has done that. They've actually kicked and banned some YouTubers from cruising. Carnival Cruise Line, which I don't know if I recommend them or not. I've been on them a lot, but they've changed a lot over the years. But Carnival Cruise Line themselves, they had one of the biggest YouTube channels out there for cruising got kicked off because they made so many videos talking about how shitty Carnival Cruise was. Carnival Cruise Line finally sent them a letter saying, dear, I think it's a gay couple, and I don't remember their names, but basically said, hey, dear John and Bob, we at Carnival now recognize that we cannot make you happy, and you do not enjoy selling on our Carnival Cruise Lines. So we're telling you now that you will no longer be allowed to sell on Carnival Cruise Lines because we can't make you happy. And we don't want to disappoint you, so we don't want you to sell with us anymore. So, I don't know, is that kind of what's going on? Anybody knows? Yep, this is good. You like it? Good, good, good. That's crazy. It is. Pat says, well, I don't know if that's what's happening. I think it's kind of sad because I do like to blog. Now, I'm one of the bloggers. When I go do things, I try not to get a lot of people in my blogs. I don't think I've talked a whole lot of trash about anybody or anything. When we go to restaurants, if we're doing restaurant review videos, if we don't like the restaurant, I don't do a video. So I'm actually a little lopsided. We only try to do positive videos. Where there's success, there comes envious people. That's why I don't go live in context of social media. Yeah, and you got a good point there, Meme. The bottom line is, we all know this. Clickbait is important in social media. And what I mean by that is you collect more views and more people grow to your channel when you're a hater. Or you're sex or hate. Sex and hate sells. And a lot of these channels want to throw out hate because it's negativity, because it's going to get more views. If we sit out there and say, oh, how I love the Philippines, well, nobody gives a crap. But if I go and say, make a video about how much you should hate the video, how bad the Philippines is or how bad Carnival Cruise Line is, then people want to hear the bad. They don't want to hear the good. Cannot have anyone else in the video. So you can't have anybody else in public in the video. But I'm sure you'd probably be allowed to have your wife or girlfriend, like in a setting like this, I would imagine. Because that's one thing Lorelai and I like to do. We like to do, like the other day we were on the boat with my family, so they were fine. But we were on the boat, and we like kind of doing that type of thing. I disagree with I'm one of these big First Amendment guys. I don't believe that anybody has privacy in public, but we're in America. So what I will have to say, whether we like it or not, if I go to any country, I have to follow by their rules. And I'm really big on that one. We were going to try to go to Pakistan one time because we got friends that are Pakistani that invited us. And so I started studying about how not to make myself look like a craphead, a turd, a jerkwad in Pakistan or India, because those are totally foreign countries to me. So I would want to go over and respect their laws and their beliefs. So I do think it's important that the Philippines says this, that people need to comply. Meme is number one. You got the number one crown in the house tonight, buddy. Sometimes hate can be fatal. On Friday, I had a conversation with a German streamer who is being bullied. Yeah. I'm so anti-bullying. Look, my brother and I were talking about this, over the weekend a little bit with our wives, because when we were driving to Texas, we had a little bit of road rage issue. We had some guy trying to bully me on the road. And if you truly knew me, you would understand that I am not the personality type well, that will tolerate being bullied. So we kind of got talking about the whole realm of bullying and stuff. And we are so anti-bullying on this channel, in social media, in public, and in real life that we don't like that. This is a response to the Russian guy. Oh, yeah, he was disrespectful to the Filipina and the people. Yes. And probably the American guy who disappeared. You remember him? We all did videos about the American guy down in Mindanao, remember? Who disappeared and nobody found him again? Rock says, yeah, that's just, yeah. Meme, is there anything I can do to help your German streamer with the bullying? If you'll send me his link or whatever, I'll be happy to go to his channel and help him with bullies. But the best thing you can do with bullies is to pretend they don't exist. Adam's in the house. Adam, good evening, buddy. How are you? I'm doing pretty good today. Craig's in the house. Good to see you, Craig. Good morning, David in chat. I'm David, by the way. You guys are the chat. You guys all say hello to each other. Remember, if you want to drop anything, you can. Craig, good to see you from Australia. Adam, are you in the United States or the Philippines or Australia, Germany? Everybody saying hello to each other. Good. I like that. I like it when everybody says hi. And so I'm more than happy to tell bullies, if you want to bully somebody, come bully me. Because you're not going to bully me. You're just not. I'm not going to tolerate you. On my channel, I'll just delete your happy ass. So, and I tell every YouTuber that, look, if you're having trolls or bullies, the best thing you can do is not entertain them, to get rid of them, to delete them. Don't put up with it and don't allow it. Because one thing I will say, whether you guys agree with me or like it or not, you can only be bullied if you allow somebody to bully you, right? And I don't allow anybody to bully me. I will literally go down in a bloody ball of flames and get beaten to the pulp before I let somebody bully me. I would love to invite you to help, but unfortunately he doesn't understand a word of English. If you can't use a translator, if I could use a translator. I know. Well, at least I would be willing to, right? At least you guys know that I'd be willing to. I don't know how much. I'm going to try to turn my sign on a little bit for you guys. So at least you could tell them other streamers don't believe in the bullying, and that my advice is to shut it down. Tim says, hello, Rock. Hello, Rock. Everybody's saying hello, Craig. Remember, you can drop your link if you want to. Feel free to do that. We are going to take a preliminary poll. I'm working on a thing about Red Ribbon and Goldilocks. I'm going to work on this over the next few weeks because I find it interesting. I want to come up with a definitive answer from everybody who's ever experienced Red Ribbon and Goldilocks, and decide if we can't come up with a decision about which is better. So I'm going to be looking for votes, information, product reviews, all kinds of good stuff. Hi, Lily, you okay? Saying hi to Craig. Nice. Bullies are like narcissists. Don't feed them. I agree. Don't recognize it. Don't feed them. Don't buy into it. You can only be bullied if you let yourself be bullied. Period. Your sign is backwards in the video. Is it? Is it? Now, so I'm backwards probably. I wonder, are any of you smart people enough? Can we change that? No. That turns the camera off. That turns lighting on. I don't know what that does. Would you like to ask photos? No. I don't know. I somehow got a green screen. Now I don't know how to turn it off. Is there a way to change that, Tim? Meme is real smart. Is there any way to fix that? I don't know. Red Ribbon's the best. Is there, I don't know, Tim. I know on my computer I can do that. Red ribbon, Goldilocks. What is their meaning? Oh. So we're going to think deep about them, Craig. And I'm actually going to do that because, I'm kind of a weirdo, right? So I told Lorelai today after talking about them last night a little bit, I'm going to research Goldilocks and Red Ribbon, their origin stories, all of that. I'm going to come up with some information. And over the next few weeks, over the summer, I'm going to be sharing that information. You guys may not want it. You may not care. You may think, oh my God, this guy has too much time on his hands. But we're going to try to come up with some information. Hello, Tim from Rock. So that's good. Okay, I can email you a bunch. I got a bunch of pictures on my phone. So when I get off here tonight, I'll email you some of these pictures. And then you can do whatever you like with them. You know what I mean. But does anybody know if I can reverse my camera? Or, I don't know what you call this, mirror, or does anybody know anything about that? Because I don't know. I'm on an iPhone, just so you guys know. They are cake stores in the Philippines. They are. If you guys don't know what they are, they're bakeries. They're Philippine based, but they are in other parts of the world. They're just two different bakeries. They make beautiful, fancy, delicious cakes and cupcakes and treats and all kinds of goodies. So, very good food. Fattening, but it's like I said last night, we ate crap loads of Red Ribbon and Goldilocks in the Philippines and we lost weight. So they are very good bakeries. I don't think they have like traditional rolls and breads. It's all dessert stuff. Bezos, I've been to Goldilocks in the Philippines one time. Good stuff, yes. So I want to study this because I think collectively, between all of us brilliantly smart people, we can come up and I'll do a poll on my channel and all of that, and we'll vote and we'll try to figure out. And I'll tell you what I'll do as an incentive for whichever one wins. I'll spend the money because it's really expensive in America. I'll spend my own money if I got any, and I will order either Goldilocks or Red Ribbon, whoever wins, from there and have it shipped to my house. And I will eat it in front of you. It's the least I could do. It's the least I could do for you guys. Mirror is inverted. You have to fix it over an app. Okay, because I'm on just an iPhone and I'm in YouTube, doing a live stream. Okay. Goldilocks chocolate cake makes me get migraine headaches in minutes. Ooh. Craig says, sounds fair, right? Maybe we'll have to do a GoFundMe page so that I can order Goldilocks or the Red Ribbon. They do have them in America, but the closest one is 9 hours away. So I'll have to have it shipped, and it'll cost me $50 just to buy the cake because it's really expensive in America, and probably cost me $100 to ship it. All right, Meme, I will try to email you some of these tonight. All right, I'll try to do that. And have you been talking to Venice? Have you guys connected? She may be at our party this weekend. So we're having a big party this weekend at 4 p.m. on Saturday. We're going to try to do some video and live streaming and stuff. So join us for that. Appreciate you, Meme. But yeah, I will do that for you guys. I will sacrifice myself and I will order a winning dessert from whichever restaurant wins, whichever company wins. I think, man, that would be mighty, mighty good of me. Mighty, mighty, mighty good of me. Oh my God. 9 hours away. Can you? We have to drive 5 hours to go to Jollibee, so. I might be able to get James. Maybe James can ship it cheaper. I don't know. I know I can order them online, though. So, Craig, how's everything in Australia, by the way? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the thumbs up. So we're going to have a party this weekend, and I'm going to take a poll at the party. It's part of what I'm doing. I'm going to work on this over the summer. I'm going to take a poll at my party because, we're having a lot of Filipino couples here. And I'm going to take a poll. We're doing the tropical shirt wear this weekend. So everybody that comes here has to wear tropical shirts and dresses. We are decorating the house, of course, in the yard, making it festive for photo shoots because, there's Filipinos coming. So you got to have it where they can take selfies. And big tropical shirt party. We're going to be grilling ribs, chicken, hamburgers, and Lorelei's making a fish soup. I'm going to grill some fish for them. And one of the girls said today, I can't remember what it's called in the Philippines, but she's bringing the roasted pig head. Not the whole pig like a pork lechon, but Lorelei said, no, it's just the pig's head. And I'm like, well, why are you, I'm thinking, okay, but why would you just bring the pig's head? I don't get that. I don't know why you just bring the pig's head. So I'll have to figure that one out this weekend, right? So somebody can help me out on the pig head thing. Now they're bringing the whole pig, I get it, right? But a pig's head, I don't know about that one. I don't know what's there to eat in a pig's head. I don't know. No, never eaten pig's brains, Pat. Never have. My dogs have eaten pig ears. We ran into a guy at the guy. It was funny. The guy was flirting with my wife. My battery is next to me with 50% left. We were at the store today, and some guy was trying to flirt with my wife, which I think was funny because he's like older than me. And Lorelei's looking at the pork, the meat, and some old guy is like, and Lorelei picks up they had pork snouts, just the pork nose, I guess. And he was telling, oh, honey, those are really good eating. You should get you some. And here's how you cook them, and I'm sitting there laughing. So that's what I was told in the Philippines. Tastes like beef. How can okay, let me say this. How can a pork, even the brains, taste like beef? And then again, you got to ask yourself, do the Philippines really know what beef tastes like? Because there's very little of it there. So, that's funny. But apparently they're bringing a pig's head. Yeah, I don't know either, Pat. But it's part of the fun, right? I don't know what else everybody else is bringing. There'll be a bunch of alcohol here. My wife wanted to serve margaritas, so we got that all set up and ready to go. She doesn't even drink. I know. And so we're going to be doing that, I guess. And somebody's going to be making, I think the lady that makes the lumpia that I like the best is coming. And so she's always happy to make lumpia for me. So I appreciate that. Do you ever roulade? Tried roulade? I don't know what is there another name for that meme? Is there another meme? Shut up, you dogs. Is there another name for that? I don't recognize that word. I don't recognize that one. Does anybody know what that is? I've eaten a lot of things. Yeah, I don't recognize that. I've eaten the kebab stuff, and alligator, and rattlesnake, pigeon, quail, you name it. But I don't know. I don't recognize that one. Liver's worse. Hot dogs. Hot dogs probably the worst thing for you. I'm not grilling any hot dogs, but man, that dog needs to shut up. That's not my dog. My dog's a good dog. On Lily. My dog's looking pretty laying in the grass. That dog's being noisy. So, but we're going to make hamburgers, and ribs. We make really good ribs. Okay, so it's a flat slice of beef filled with pickles, mustard, onions, slow cooked. No, I've never heard of it or had it. But I will tell you that I probably won't like it, but I would definitely try it. Because I'm not into things being mushy. You know, I don't like ingredients being soft and and that's what I visualize. Slow cooked beef with pickles, mustard, which is good, but I don't like onions. Slow cooked together. Pickles, and I don't know, I don't get the pickles. I like liverwurst. I like liverwurst, guys. I don't know if you guys, and bratwurst, the other one. I grew up eating that stuff. I actually kind of like it. I don't buy it anymore because I don't eat. I mean, it goes bad because I don't eat it fast enough. All right, send me a recipe, and I will definitely look. I'll do this, meme. Just like I'm willing to sacrifice myself and willing to eat a dessert from Goldilocks or Red Ribbon, I would be definitely willing to try to make that and do a video and try to eat it. I will. I'll be happy to do it. I can sacrifice myself for everybody. Liverwurst uh, is my daily. Wow, I didn't know that was that prominent there, but we like it. I do like the bratwurst. No, liver's worst. I'm trying to remember. There's one that comes in slices, right? And the other one comes in a roll. Or is that the same thing? Is the one that comes in a roll the same as like a lunch meat pack slices? I like the one that comes in the roll with the orange wrapping around it the best, Tim, or anybody in America that knows sees that at Walmart. Not seen livers worse. Uh, Both comes in a roll. Okay. Let me look at Walmart. I'm gonna pull up my Walmart app because that's where I know I can find it. Let me find my Walmart. Oh, I was looking at Walmart earlier because we had to go to Walmart. You've never seen it in the Philippines? Yeah, I would understand that because I don't think it's super popular um, in America even. Where did it go? Here. I know they have it in the what is it? Devil, the little can. It's not coming up at Walmart. So yeah, here's, these aren't. There's not any good pictures of it. But this is what I buy at Walmart when I buy it. Looks like that. It comes in a roll. It's about this big around, about this long, and that's what I buy. And I love that stuff. I like it on sandwiches. I like it on crackers. I like it. I like this stuff. But I don't eat it a lot because Craig says having leftover pizza for breakfast, nice, nice. We're trying to eat healthier. I'm having this. I'm having these little organic muffins with all kinds of fiber and healthy shit in it. That's what I'm having for breakfast in the mornings now. I'm having one of these. I don't know what the hell they are. They taste really good. They're a little dry, but they taste really good. But You know, I'm having those. Jeez. It's kind of like bran cereal with raisins and cranberries and nuts stuffed into a little cookie shape. Yes, the stuff, that's right. And the canned stuff is really good too. I like the can. You're right, pate. That's right. I like it. Brothworth and the slices. If I remember right here, in Walmart, you know, our stores may not sell it, but when I was a kid, you would get it from Oscar Mayer in the yellow package, and it had a ream of fat around the square. So they'd come in square slices for sandwiches, and it had this weird ream of fat, and I hate that. So I would take all of that off and just eat it. But yeah, we like it. I mean, I like it. Lorelai won't touch it. Lorelai's like, nah. Yeah, bratwursts are like sausage links, right? And I don't mind those, but to me, it's too meaty. I'm not a huge hard meat fan. I don't like digesting. It's like I love the flavor of steak, but I don't like eating steak. I don't like eating stuff like that. I don't like eating hamburgers. So sausages, bratwursts, you know, or summer sausages, and all those things to me are just too dense of a meat product, and I don't like that. That's part of why I don't eat much hot dogs anymore either, because they're too condensed for me. They don't. It seems not to digest easily. They kind of sit in your stomach for a long time, and I know that's good because it makes you full, right? But I don't like. I don't know. I don't like that anymore. I like eating fish. Fish dissolves easier in your stomach, I guess. It's easier. I don't mind eating chicken, but I don't eat a lot of chicken. So I eat a lot of peanut butter. Meme, do you guys have peanut butter in Germany? You guys do peanut butter there? I know in I think it's Australia, Craig. Australia is not big on peanut butter, right? Yeah, Pat. You know, the older you get, and you're getting to be up there, you got to watch what you're eating. Okay, maybe. You like the Italian sausage with peppers and onions? I have to admit, I like Italian sausage too. That's the one I really like. I don't like peppers and onions, but I do like Italian sausage. You know, the fennel in there, the fennel goes a long ways for me. So I don't eat a lot of it because the fennel's too strong. Well, yeah, but that's not peanut butter. Nutella, we have Nutella here, and that's not peanut butter. I think it was Australia. I was watching a show, one of the Discovery Channel shows, where they were in Nepal. Oh, I lost my shoe. There was an expedition in Nepal. Ooh, bratwurst with sauerkraut. I can't stand sauerkraut. That's horrible. Fried peppers and onions. That's right. It's made with hazelnuts, not peanuts. Peanut butter is peanuts. But I was watching this, and Josh, his name is Josh something. You know, it's Expedition X, all of those. And I think they had somebody on the team from Australia. And Josh, the American people, brought some peanut butter snacks for this trip. And the girl tried it, and she was just flabbergasted how disgusting peanut butter was. But yet, we in America just love that stuff. Maria's back. Good to see you. Yeah, Craig knows. Knows, yes. He does. Everybody say hello to Let's Do Maria. She just got her channel reactivated, so she's trying to kick in and going. She's in the Philippines and has a living partner with a young Korean man. She's styling and profile. She cooks. They cook Korean food. So everybody say hello to her, please. Yeah, I know. Usually peanut butter and honey. Peanut butter and honey's good. Now in America, Craig, we're smart. We just go to the store and we buy peanut butter with honey already in it. Good to see you all from Maria. It's good to see you too. I like I like it as a sauté sauce. Okay. Pat says hello to you, Maria. Hello, Pat. Good to see you again. Pat, remember she has a boyfriend. So good to see you too, Maria. Ooh. It's a good thing Dennis is in here. Dennis a drool. So but I love peanut butter. I do buy the good peanut butter. I don't want cheap peanut butter. And the year we lived in the Philippines was right after COVID, and Lorelai's family got us set up at the hotel that we had to be quarantined in, and they got me some peanut butter. And I'm like, great. I opened this up, and peanut butter from the Philippines. It was not peanut butter. It was peanut butter flavored starch. Horrible. You know, saute? Yeah, how to slightly cook things down, render it down. Pat says, yep. Let's Goldilocks. So you vote for Goldilocks, okay? I'm going to be working on this over the summer, and I told everybody what I'm going to do for all of you. Man, I wish that dog would shut the f up. What I'm going to do for you guys is when we come to a consensus, a decision, whether Goldilocks is better or Jollibee, or sorry, Goldilocks or Red Ribbon is better, I'm going to order here in America and have it shipped to my house because we do have some locations in America. And I'm going to eat a cake for you guys. I'm going to do it. I am. I promise. Meme is saying hello to Maria. Nice. Oh, satay is a peanut sauce. I thought you were talking about when you saute something. So it's not saute, but satay. Okay. I vote for the Bears. And Tim says, hello, Maria. The Bears. How about them Bears? So, yeah, I don't know. I like peanut sauce too in Asian food. You know, that's okay. I like it like that. Meme says, I vote for Earth and Live. Okay. That's no fun. You know? No, it's no fun. It's not. Oh man, we got so much work to do for this party. I wish you guys could all join us. But you got to remember, if you come, you got to wear a tropical shirt. All right? It's our summer annual tropical shirt party. I got some stuff to make blueberry margaritas and, of course, a normal margarita. Maria says, because Red Ribbon is too sweet for my taste. Well, what I used to tell people is this, and I really believe that, and I don't remember, because, all right, if you're kind of new to us, you have to understand my brain's kind of squishy. So what I think is one of them has the best icing and the other one has the best cake. So, and I don't remember which is which. But if you could take the icing from Red Ribbon and the cake from Goldilocks and put those together, you have a perfect cake. I want to see you with your tropical shirt and your logo printed on it. That would be cool, right? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would do that. I would order one. I thought that bird was coming here to kill me. I got a bird that wants to take over my patio, trying to build nests all over my patio, and I keep trying to run him off and scare him. But every so often he comes after me and tries to poke my eyeballs out. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to see that too myself. I don't know what tropical shirt I'm going to wear this weekend. I haven't selected my outfit yet. But the rule is, like last year, everybody has to wear tropical clothes. And I do have a few extras. Like last year, we had a couple of young men who belonged to families of, and they didn't I felt really bad because Dad and Mom come dressed in tropical shirt. They bring their 18-year-old, 17-year-old son, who, it's kind of a big kid, didn't have any tropical shirts to wear, so he came anyway. So I went into my extra closet because I have people send me tropical shirts, and I pick them up on clearance. So I got a bunch of extras, and I found one that would fit him, and I gave him a tropical shirt to wear, so he would feel like he's part of the group, right? And he's like, "Oh, I can't thank you enough," and he's like, "Oh, I'll take it home and wash it." And I told him, "No, no, no, just keep it. It's all right, man. Now you have a tropical shirt to wear." Yeah, not settee. I think the word taipan is the word you're. Oh yeah, yeah. With the peanut salt for Asia, could be. All right, where's my thing? Meme. Let me Google that. Let me Google the word to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Now I forgot what word it was. Well, in America, a settee is a couch. Squishy brain means more electrical contacts going on, so you'll be fine, you think? I don't know. Um, oh my God, meme. Are you sure you know what you're talking about? I'm looking it up. The meaning of, and I'll have to figure out how to pronounce it. But Sati is a practice, chiefly historical one, in which a Hindu widow burns alive on her deceased husband's funeral pyre. The death of the burning and turned into voluntary. God, I don't think that's the right one. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you're very sure. All right. Let me see. Food. Saute. Is that what you mean? Saute. Satay. Is a southeastern Asian dish of seasoned, skewered, and grilled meat, often served with sauce. A skewer. Um, I'm not finding it. Yeah, I know. Okay, let me go with that route. I'm trying to find it. I'm actually, you know, I'm asking Google, and Google knows everything. All right, so it may just be it's actually spelt on this part of the world, Saute. And it says melt the coconut oil, coconut milk, peanut butter, soy sauce. Yeah, I've had that, and it's really, really good. It's really, really, really good. But that's Saute is what's on my Google. Called saute there, yeah. And that's the other way they spell it too. So, yeah, meme says the couch, right, the settee, that's kind of like where you sat, is a couch you lay on. Well, usually they're very small, and in America they're designed for two people, and they're more of a courtship couch. And sometimes you got to face frontwards and backwards, so you have opposite sides. Maria likes saute, nice. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad at all. See, now we're learning. I will be back in a few minutes. I got to go to the city and get some saute uh, on my what do you call it? On my Thai flavored chicken. Man, people are crazy. Pat says, yes, sir. Yes, yes. Maria says, let's go to a saute, guys. Yeah. Saute. See, to saute something is to kind of like, and Pat, you're a cook, a chef. So saute, when you saute something, what are we doing? We're just kind of cooking it slow in a skillet. So the verb to saute something, right, is to render down, I think. What about the dogs? No bone in there? Craig's dropping a link, by the way. Lily. Right? Nice and slow, yes. What about the dogs? Well, I don't know what's going on with the dogs in the neighborhood, if that's what you're talking about. No bone in the dogs? My dog has bones. My dog's a wiener dog. I miss my other wiener dog, the one that died. I miss my dog every freaking day, believe it or not. I never thought I would miss a dog as much as I do, but I miss my little wiener dog. I miss my wiener dog, and I can't afford another one. I'm going to have to get up and turn this on. I want to show you the lights on my sign. I think I got to come over here. Having difficulties. Come on now. Huh. Well, doesn't look like it works. I have to give up. And no bueno. Maybe this battery's dead. I don't know. Meme is leaving us. Let me get caught up on everybody. Battery's empty. Let me get caught up on the live stream. Sorry, guys. All right. Had to change my battery out. What about the dogs? No bones, Pat. Yank in the Philippines. What are you up to? Good to see you, Tony. How are you? Let's do Maria. Everybody say hello to everybody if you haven't done that. Poor old guy again. That's me, buddy. I'm the poor old guy. You got that right. Tony, Maria, hello. Battery empty. I gave it amazing. Check the battery. I know. I have to check it right. So it was working the other day. And I didn't wash it or anything. I didn't get it wet. So I don't know. Empty battery. Yep. Mason, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Pat says hello to you, a Yank in the Philippines. Craig says, see you, meme. Meme has to bug out. CIA meme. Oh, the CIA meme. Yes. Bye-bye, Craig. Yank in the Philippines. Pat, hello. Battery is dead. Try to make a fire behind the logo. Well, I got a fire pit right there. And if you, and I'll send you the videos, or I'll show you the pictures of the fireplace lit up under the sign. It's pretty cool. Yank in the Philippines says he's just a yankin'. Yeah, we know what you're yanking. We know. Why everybody on the live stream admin? Well, not everybody is, as you can see, but majority of the people are because I know them. I know them and I trust them. I know them and I trust them. Well, that's a bummer. I can't get that to light up. I'll get it lit up. So, all right, I think I'm caught up. Phil's in the time. Yes, Pat's laughing at us. Yeah, you got to have, you got to have good moderators on your channel. The good thing is if you're blue, you're welcome to drop your link without asking permission. I don't care. If you're blue, I trust you enough to do that and all that good stuff. So, but we're excited about this weekend. I was hoping you guys could join us. We're going to probably have 30 people here or better. Be cooking some ribs and hamburgers and chicken and fish, grilled fish. I got to go to Walmart tomorrow and get another propane tank because I need 3 of them and I only got 2 of them. Maria says hello to Mason and the Yank. You guys all subscribe to everybody. If you haven't done it, please go subscribe. We got a lot of channels trying to grow and build, and with the new drama going on, Tim and I were talking about earlier, and everybody in the Philippines, a lot of you Filipino channels are going to need more help than you could ever imagine to grow your channels or to be productive or to make any money. So the day of being able, I guess, the day of walking on a beach in the Philippines videotaping is going to be out. So all of you channels are going to have to, maybe it's good. Maybe there won't be so many TNA channels, the ones that are pimping out women. Maybe that will be an improvement, right? Maybe the guys that are, pushing the sexy girls on everybody and how they build their channels, maybe that will end some of that. No more walking tours. That's right. That's what Tim was telling me. I haven't studied it, and I'm going to. But apparently there's some new rules in the Philippines about blogging. You can't show other people in your videos. Women always need help, but they don't need a man. I agree with that. They don't need a man, and man doesn't need woman. But if we didn't need each other, or if we didn't have each other, none of us would be here today. So you got to keep that in mind. Maybe there's a problem. Well, there's always a problem. We've had some bad. We had the Russian who did bad in the Philippines. We had that American guy that did bad. So there's been a lot of bad things come out of that. You can, but you got to blur the faces. Okay. Which that's a lot of work. A lot of effort. Now, what I asked earlier, Craig, and maybe if you've caught up on this, is that for all of the bloggers that are based out of the Philippines? So if somebody flies in and they want to take a video of their experience, are they not allowed to do that if they capture other people? or is it for the people that are blogging and living in the Philippines? Explain this fact to women. Explain the fact that they don't need a man to women, or what? What are we explaining to women? Mean, and I will explain it to them because I'm really good at explaining stuff. You know, I found this this weekend. We were in Dallas, right? We're on the boat and doing other things with our friends and family, and I haven't been around a lot of them in years, right? And Lorelai told me that she's like, "You're acting too much like a teacher." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, every time somebody says something and you give an answer, you give the answer, then you explain it three different ways in three different examples. You know, I think they get it." She's like, "I think they get it. They understand what you mean." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just trying to explain it." And then like, "Yeah, but I think people get what you mean. You don't gotta, we're not, we're not students." Maybe a new generation. Let's see. Let me get caught up here. Craig says anything filmed there is my understanding. That's really sad and bad, Craig, because that could really hurt tourism. Maybe the new generation that doesn't like their faces seen on. Well, that's the way it is in America. Everybody thinks there's privacy in public, and there's not. I don't share pictures anymore. Some guys say my pictures are knockoff. That's funny. Uh, you know, I don't know, me man. World is changing. It is. No more trike patrol. Well, that's kind of what I thought about earlier, Craig, because I remember when we were in the Philippines, we stayed at a condo close to the Shangri-La Hotel. And at one point in time in history, apparently the Shangri-La Hotel on Mactan Island had a lot of pornos being made there. So they actually went and put signs up on the property, and I saw them. I didn't take a picture, but I saw them. They talked about that there is no adult videos being allowed to be made on premises. No nudity on video. There's a big, signs around the property talking about that. You don't know. No, I don't know. Pat says you're right. Yeah, I don't know a lot, meme. I know the nude pictures that I send to everybody. Nobody tells me that I'm a knockoff or I'm a copycat or that's not really me. So I don't know, man. Who was ever in Amsterdam? I've never been there. Hamburg? Nope, never been to Hamburg, Germany either. I eat hamburgers, but not Hamburg. Never been there. We'd like to go to Europe, of course, especially on a cruise. So, but that's kind of sad. The other thing, Craig, I wonder, how are they going to enforce this? How are they going to enforce when I go to the Philippines, me not taking videos of people? How are they going to do that? How are they going to enforce that? How are they going to do that? Mason said, would you prefer to sleep on a yacht or a plane? A yacht. Absolutely. Maybe if you take the mask off, yes. Well, we were talking about we're going to give a prize out this weekend for the best tropical shirt, right? We're probably going to have to do. Last year they cheated, so I'm hoping I can control the situation this year. The women need to line up, and we're going to take a vote for the women and then for the men, right? Last year the women excluded the men and gave themselves a prize. So I told Lorelai, I said, look, one of the grand prize for the best tropical shirt could simply just be an autographed picture of me that we could give out. And she didn't like that. On a cruise, you can see nothing. Yeah, I agree. On a cruise, you don't get to see the real country. But on a cruise, they kiss your ass and take good care of you. They suck up to you, and I like being sucked up to. Uh, I'm having issues with my phone today. Uh-oh, that's not good, Tim. I hope it's not a bad thing. Good question. Maybe start with what's uploaded, hard to please private phones, etc. Right. And then, of course, if I take a bunch of videos in the Philippines of sexy women and I come back and I load them up in America through an American IPA or internet, whatever that is, um, how can they have any control over anything like that? If I'm not uploading them through living in the Philippines, I can't remember what that's called, the network or the IPA. Is IPA the right answer? How can they say that I can't do that? How are they going to police that? Now, they may only just go after the really bad offenders who are targeting women, like some of those channels. Meme says David's wearing a mask. Is there Venice behind it? She will be here. Venice? What's her name again? Venice, like the city of Italy. The girl's going to be here this weekend, meme. I've been to Frankfurt, Germany, Tim talks about. Yes. I had a brother that was stationed in Frankfurt, Germany in the army, but he's dead now. What do you do in Frankfurt, Tim? AI will police it. Probably. So does that mean that you just don't share the location? Because, I know, like, if you're tagging, so maybe you don't tag it? Or is it just stuff that's going to be uploaded through a Filipino internet service provider from the Philippines, and they're going to go, oh, that's all bad? Because I think it would be really weird for them to say, or to try to control something that an American does or an Australian does in their own country. It'd be really hard to do that. Tim says, meme, I was just a tourist. I was there, I had sauerkraut and onions and bratwursts and looked at the pretty girls. A tourist in Crack City? Is that what it is? Is it a drug-ridden city? I've never been there, but I got to admit, to me, what little bit I see on the internet, it looks kind of like a rough, dirty city. Same thing with Berlin. I don't know what the nicest city in Germany would be. Just something to do. He was probably in the military and got a leave and took a little short vacation over to different countries, is what I get the feeling that he probably did. Not trying to speak for you, Tim, but wow. So it has a lot of cracks in the roads and the sidewalks and the buildings. So do they have like a lot of earthquakes that are causing the crack? Is that what's going on in Germany? Or is it, landslides and unsettling? Why is there so much cracks in in Germany? Best type of city. First time I went to the Philippines was right after an earthquake, and when I stayed at the Cebu Waterfront Hotel, they still had damage, from the earthquake. So that was kind of an interesting eye opener to walk through the front of the hotel and see great big crack, And yeah, but my room was ready, so. It's more like the people. Oh, drugs. So are they taking drugs? There's so many cracks in the road and the sidewalks and the buildings. Does that make them sad so they got to take a bunch of drugs? It was bad 20 years ago, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing some of the what I would envision to be the old world Germany, but I don't know if that really exists or not. We, my wife, She has an aunt who's married to a German. They lived in Germany up until about 3 years ago. Now they're in the Philippines living. And I will say she's a very nice lady, but maybe not the smartest. But we used to get chocolates from him every year, and I liked him. He was my favorite person. He would send me a box of chocolates from Germany and Belgium and Switzerland and all, just gather up crap and send it to me. Crack cocaine? Wow, why are they cracking their canes? I don't understand. I have to use a cane once in a while, and I've broken a lot of canes. But I finally got one from a cane place that gave it to me for free, that fashionablecanes.com gave me as a influencer, social media influencer. They sent me an unbreakable cane, and I will say it has not broken yet. So no cracks in my cane. I'm just saying. It's only there for a few hours. Smoke a pipe. Well, I don't smoke, so I think that's probably not good for me. you know, did everyone hear Jimmy Swaggart? No, the preacher died. Jimmy Swaggart, the lying, cheating preacher, the preacher man who wasn't he one of the ones that said God said that he needed a new jet airplane, so please give me more money. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. He died. Yeah, yeah. Never followed him. And was he the one? No, that was who was the one in the '80s or the '90s that had the wife with all the makeup, and they got caught stealing money or something. Jimmy Swaggart. Um, he had a heart attack, Pat. Yeah. Well, he's pretty old, right? Wasn't he probably in his 70s or 80s by now? He had to be pretty old. What was the other one? It wasn't Oral Roberts. It was the guy. Remember, the chick had the makeup and the fake hair, and they got caught being bad and had to do a big TV thing where they apologized for their horrible sins, and then they all got divorced and found out that they had hookers in the trailers. You know, 90 days, be right back. Here to borrow tables and chairs. All right, nice. 90 years old? Wow, 90. See? He lived a very, 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 very long life. I got a sister that lives in Houston, works for Lakewood or Lakeside. I can't remember what it's called. But that one, the church with Joel Osteen, I don't like him personally. But she works there in the office with him at their mega church. Okay, so he was the one that cheated with the prostitute and got caught? Okay. Was he the one with the wife with the makeup? You know, I don't know. Back in the day, there were so many of them that were scoundrels. Yeah, I don't like that type of religion. That type of religion really bothers me. I don't like, I don't like organized religion where the first thing they want you to do is to give them, a contract where you're going to pay them so much money every month for tithing, and they want to direct withdraw it out of your. Around here, our churches now want you to sign up to have your tithing automatically taken out of your checking account. They don't want you to give cash. They want you to give a bank account and a routing number. That's what happens around here. Jimmy Baker. That's right. Baker was his name. Timmy and Tammy Baker, right? Pat says they were just couch money grabbers, bad people. I agree with that. Mason's in the house, says YouTube and Twitch community more chill, unlike other apps. They're live in more. Yeah, we don't do that. We don't. We do TikTok, right? Yeah. We, you know, we've had a lot of people invite us to other platforms, but I don't want to fight with people. I'm not going to fight with you. I don't need fame and fortune. I don't need to feel important enough to go on these other platforms and try to fight with people. I just don't. I don't need that. They took from the poor and gave to themselves. Jimmy Baker either and his wife, yeah, Tammy, I think was her name. I always loved it when they were, God has said, I need a new jet plane. We need to raise $40 million so I can fly from one location and worship God and praise God and preach the word of God to the masses. And I need a private jet to do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. I saw something today about all that money that was raised for the wildfires in California. You know, yeah, it didn't go to the people that it was intended to go to. So I'm not big on that. We have here's something I think is funny. We have what we call a corner street preacher in this part of the country, and you see him on street corners, on busy street corners. Him and his family, and he's probably a nice guy, but he's preaching to the traffic. But the traffic, I don't know if he realizes that you can't hear what he's saying when you're in the cars with all the traffic noise. You catch a word here and there if you turn the right way. And then he walks around like this. So he will, if this is his megaphone, he's over here, back and forth. So his sound goes into different directions. So whatever message he's trying to get across to people, nobody's getting the message. One, the noise is too loud from all the traffic. People got their windows rolled up, and he's moving his voice this way. So nobody's hearing what the hell he's talking about. But he's out there just preaching up a storm. What is TikTok? Well, yep, TikTok is the new YouTube, I guess, for the young people. It's where it's kind of like this. A lot of people do live streams and they do shorts. And a lot of women have made a lot of money on TikTok. A lot of women have made a lot of money on TikTok. So it's kind of like this. Yeah, the makeup lady was Tammy Faye Baker. That was it, Faye. I was thinking Tammy Faye, but then I was thinking of Tina Fey, and I couldn't think, that can't be her last name. Kenneth Copeland, yeah, I don't watch him either. He's full of shit too. None of them, yeah, I agree. It's just a waste of time. My grandparents growing up used to listen to Oral Roberts, but I just can't do it. I don't need to hear, when you talk about religion, whether, and look, and I don't care what religion you believe, or if you don't believe, it doesn't matter to me, it really doesn't. I have my own personal beliefs, but what I will say is, religion is like a gang. You know, what they're spewing is slanted by the leader. So what they're going to be doing is by the leader. So it's not authentic. I don't think. I think it's diluted. They're all full of crap. They are. They preach what they want to emphasize. They focus on what they like. So if they're big into drinking, they're not going to preach it's bad to drink. They're going to preach, God has great forgiveness for all of us, or for all of you who may take a drink once in a while. You know what I mean? So they're going to slant to whatever they want. And most of them just want to raise money. So they're going to slant it towards raising money. And that's every religion, except for what I believe, a faction of Islam. The Quran is what they live and die by. and they don't defeat. And I don't think all Islam, just a collective group. But everybody else, King James rewrote the Bible, so you know he put his twist on it. Well, I don't want to emphasize this. Let's take out this chapter or this book of Ezekiel. Let's take this out and put this in. We're going to influence the Catholics, probably the worst. You know, they control the world, right? So from their perch, they preach what they want to. They disseminate the information that works best for them. It's just the way it is, and there's nothing wrong with that because I would do that if I was the Pope. I would do the exact same damn thing. I would tell all of you minions, one, give me a lot of money, but two, do what I think you ought to do. Billy Graham was against the preachers on the TV. Billy Graham may have been the one that my grandparents listened to. May have been Billy Graham. I worry about my dog Lily sometimes. Her bad leg is she limps so hard sometimes and so bad in struggles. So I'm watching her. But yeah, it's kind of like me e-begging, all of us e-beggars on the internet. Give me your money, it's kind of like, the Black Lives Matter movement was the same way, big scam. People got rich, people have gone to jail now. The California wildfires, the Haiti thing, all those billions of dollars raised for Haiti when it got hit, it didn't go to Haiti. Bill Clinton got a big ass chunk of it. It didn't go to Haiti. Greg's back in the house from giving away his tables and his chairs. So, that's why I advocate do not give your money to large charities and groups. Don't do it, ever. If you want to help a community, help a local community. Help in a way that you know where it's going. Look, that's what Lorelei and I do. Over the years, I've had a couple of local groups that I've worked with. I don't ever talk about, and that's fine. And now with Lorelei, we do some stuff in the Philippines, a lot more than you guys know. But we do small groups. We do families. We do where we know it can be of help. Versus, I'm not giving to the Red Cross. No, I'm not doing that. Tim and Pat may know this in part of his region. There's still religious Christian, it's kind of like an offset of Baptist or Pentecostal that worship snakes yet still. It's usually in the hills of Kentucky and West Virginia. Snake handlers. They're still there. They're still there. Craig says, I give to my wife, she's a charity. Maybe it's the other way around, Craig. Your wife is giving you charity. Maybe our wives, our Filipino wives and girlfriends are being charitable to us old fat people. Well, maybe maybe we're the charity case. They're taking pity on us and giving us charity, Craig. Maybe that's really what's happening with it. I don't know, man. But that's what we do. And I encourage you guys all to do that. If you see a hungry family, give that family food. Simple things. If you have clothes and somebody needs it and you don't need it, give it to them. That's what you can do. And to encourage people, to build people up, to lift them, to give them a hand up, not a handout. Remember those words. Always give somebody a hand up, not a handout. Just hanging around till we die. That's right. Well, sadly, truthfully and sadly, my wife would have been very wealthy if I would have died when the first time I died. But she fought for me to keep it alive. So I jokingly tell her, I said, well, you lost a whole bunch of money. If you would have let me die the first time I died, I still had all my life insurance and all the stuff through the college, and you would have been a beneficiary of over $1 million. Now, if I die, you get shit. You get zero. Nada. Nada, 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 nada. You don't even get Social Security benefits off of me. You don't get my benefits because of the age thing. So, so, but yeah, hanging around until we pass away, you know. Like, yeah, you could have had a lot of money. And, and I'll tell you, that is something that upset my wife because she's been called a gold digger by my family, who we don't have anything to do with, and I told them all to go F themselves when they called my wife a gold digger. But we, she's told people, look, if I came here to America and married David just for his money, if I would have let his happy ass die that day and did nothing, he was dead. If I did nothing, I would have all of this money. So don't be telling me I'm a gold digger. So she gets a little, fired up about that once in a while. So, but yeah, and who knows? I told you guys last night that I can tell some of my health issues are coming back. I've been pissing kidney stones, which is bad for me because that means my kidneys are failing again. Two, I'm starting to develop skin blisters from my porphyria tarda cantarda disease, and there's I can't remember what else. There's something else going on. That's an indicator that the path I was on before I went into the coma, I've just started that road again. So, and if I can't do something different this time, in another 2 or 3 years, my kidneys will shut down again, my lungs will shut down again, and I will have blisters all over my freaking body. So, and it will be a painful, horrible mess to be me if I can't do something about it before that happens, if I can't divert it. Ah, there you go, Craig. Craig, that's right. Fill in 3 days a week with dialysis. Craig, does your wife give you a receipt for the taxes? That's it. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. Um, the weird thing is, and you guys all know this, right? Us men have a different perspective on finances than our women folk do. We just do. You know, I want to make sure Lorelai is financially secure when she's my age, when she's old, right? She's just worrying about, can she have nice clothes to wear to work? And I'm like, forget having nice clothes to go to work. You need to have clothes to wear when you're 70. So it's kind of a weird difference for us, and I think that's normal. And of course, they don't want to comprehend the fact that we may die on them. What are they going to do? Now, some of them may celebrate. I don't know. I got a friend whose wife died this last year, and he within a year was in the Philippines meeting his next wife. So kind of weird. And I flatly have said, and I don't know how you guys feel, Craig and everybody, but if Lorelai passed away, I would never get remarried. Never, never, ever. And it has nothing to do with Lorelai. Well, it has a lot to do with her, but it has nothing to do with me not liking our relationship. But I never want to get married again. I would never do that if that happens. I would never get married again. Never. Just wouldn't do it. I don't see any need in it. You know, I really don't. I don't want the stress and the hassle. I don't want to have to sit here and stress over whether my wife is going to be financially okay. So I would never get remarried again. I just wouldn't. I have no clue. When I die, Lorelai can do whatever she wants. If she wants to remarry, that's great. She's young enough. Because I promise you, I won't be alive in 10 years. I can tell you that. It will be a freaking miracle if I'm alive in 10 years. And I know that. And Lorelai's still young. So that's just kind of the way it is. But if I'm here in 10 years, it will be a weird, weird miracle. There you go. Craig says, I won't be getting married, but I'd be going checking out the lady boys in Thailand and Vietnam and Cambodia. I threw the lady boy part in there. Yeah, Craig, I know you're younger than me, and I have a lot of health issues, right? My legs are bad. I have trouble. And I've thought long and hard about this. What would I do? Um, I don't know what I would do. I don't. I, mean, I really don't, to be honest. I think I would live on the water or close to the water, so that I could just go fish easily, and that's probably I. I don't like having a lot of people in my inner circle. So I don't like having, I just don't like having close contact with a lot of people. Pat says, if married one time, then that's enough for me. Yes, yes, yes. Right, Craig. I know, I know. I'm with you. Same thing, same thing. But I think I would just live a peaceful life, to be honest, a quiet life. I would still probably do this and have some hobbies, maybe date once in a while, but I don't have a desire to be in a relationship after she's gone, if that happened. I just don't want the drama. I don't, and that's okay. Um, I don't know. But more than likely, you're right, Craig. We'll be the ones long gone before they will. And I think that's normal and okay and all of that mess and blah, blah, blah and blah, blah, blah and blah, blah, blah. But what are you going to do? I'm just trying to get my wife set up financially. And she's doing a good job on her own. But even while I'm alive, I would like for us to have that $5 million beach house. If somebody would donate $5 million to my PayPal, I'd really appreciate it. So I really would. It'd be really nice of you if somebody could do that. Because I'm not going to buy a $5 million house. I'm only going to buy a $2.5 million house. So just remember that. Take care, everybody. Time for me to go. Tim, we appreciate you, buddy. I hope your phone gets better. I hope you don't have any more troubles with that. So we appreciate you being here, Tim. Craig says goodbye to you. Everybody says goodbye to Tim as he leaves off to go enjoy his day in the Philippines. you know. But I see now my wife worries if she died, then who would take care of me? Because I have a lot of issues, right? And I need help. And that's where, for us men, we would have to just set things up simpler. We would. We would have to figure out a way to survive without having daily help with our wives. Pat says, they say if you die, go haunt someone. Yeah, have some fun, right? But I do think my wife does a really good job taking care of me. And I would definitely miss what she does for me. So I would have to restructure my life where I could eliminate being need or having needs that I couldn't take care of. So I don't know. That would be one concern. That's right. Plenty of Filipinos working in nursing homes. That's right, man. There is, especially in America, But I would never want to go to. I hope and pray that I never have to go to a nursing home. I've told Lorelai that if she has to, I understand, but I don't want to go there. I've told Lorelai that if I got so bad, especially like with dementia or something, if she just needed to fly us without me really knowing or caring back to the Philippines to live, so that she could hire enough people to take care of me, then if that's what she wanted to do and drag me there and let me die over there, I don't care. That's fine. If I don't know any better, then I don't care. But I don't want to live in a nursing home. I would prefer to die. Just die. So I'm hoping that happens. I think that's probably the dream of most people, right? I don't think there's a whole lot of people out there saying, gee, I sure do wish I could go to a nursing home. I don't know. All right, my friends, why don't we wind this down and wrap this up for tonight? Remember, we're going to be serious about figuring out Goldilocks versus Red Ribbon. We're going to be working on this summer. So you guys need to do your homework. You need to give some thought, understanding, ask people, and we're going to figure this out. And collectively, we're going to solve the dilemma. And we're going to make a decision, period. Yeah, I worked in a nursing home as a cook when I was a teenager. I was a night shift cook. That's right. Go, y'all, sleep right. Yep, that's it. Worked there for you a while, Pat. That's pretty good. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate you all. It's too bad you didn't see my sign lit up, but go to our YouTube and you can see it there. I don't know why my batteries aren't working, but take care, everybody. And me and Lily, the dog, is going to go inside and get out of the mosquitoes. So, see ya.